Alright everyone, I'm making this video now because I feel like I have enough information, enough whatever. I have enough, okay, to make this video right now. And this might not be the video you think it's going to be, but I'm going to make it anyway. So this is my Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles preview for Week 7 of the 2019 season. What is up here today, YouTube? Jigsaw0097, and boy do I have some things to talk about with this game coming up. As you guys all know, this is Dallas Hate Week, as per tradition. However, I'm not going to be doing a lot of trash talking this time because the Eagles are in the same boat as the Cowboys, okay? I've heard from a lot of fans that like, oh, the Cowboys lost to the Jets, we're good. We are not good, guys. We are very, very far from good. The fact that the Cowboys did manage to somehow lose to the Jets, even with the refs helping them, and go on 3 straight losses, is honestly miraculous. But at the same time, you know, like I said yesterday's video with the refs, it just feels like a narrative to me. It feels like they wanted the 3-3 Eagles to face off against the 3-3 Cowboys, you know, and they make it look interesting in the games, but ultimately these are the results we get. So that's where it is now. Basically, it's the division crown in this game is what this has become, because the Cowboys managed to lose 3 straight, and the Eagles have only won 1 game. Well, 2. Okay, I forget about the Jets win because it was so meaningless, guys. Regardless, the Eagles are 3-3, and they've got some serious issues, guys. The reason I'm not going to be hollering to the hills for this game is because they just have refused to address the secondary even still. As you guys saw in my last video, if you watched it, I will leave a link for that video at the end. They just released Zach Brown, so that leaves the Eagles with Andrew Sendejo and Kame Grugier-Hill, if he's back. And then now they're saying, I think they released Greg Lewis so that they could make room for Jalen Mills coming back, you know. Not the Jalen we want, but the Jalen we have. So he's coming back, and then Ronald Darby's coming back. It's like we're supposed to get excited about this. This is the same players that we've watched for 2 years now get destroyed, and it's the Super Bowl has cost the Eagles heavily, guys. I'm so glad they were able to get that win when they did, because this team, the new norm in Philadelphia, Doug, is not built for long-term success. Now we've lost Joe Douglas to the Jets. We've lost Frank Reich to the Colts. You've got Doug back there calling 4th and 5 plays in the first quarter, having Jake Elliott try to throw a first down pass in a game against a Vikings team that has already disrespected us heavily, slapped us around. There ain't no way we were stopping that. Doug Peterson is out-coaching himself. And then I watched a video from Lord Brunson the other day about, and I didn't even think about this, 2 missed challenge flags. So Doug Peterson is out-coaching himself. He doesn't have that angel on his shoulder anymore called Frank Reich. He doesn't have that angel on his shoulder anymore called Joe Douglas helping him draft good players. You know, the Eagles take someone like J.J. Arcega-Whiteside and, you know, Miles Sanders within the first 4 rounds, when what they really should have been doing is going after 2 cornerbacks. Sidney Jones was supposed to be the guy. They drafted him in the 2nd round. He's a complete bust. The kid does not have it mentally. He's not going to make a splash in this league. And if he does, it's certainly not going to be on the Eagles, because the dude always looks injured. He looks mentally injured. He looks physically injured. And I'm sick of watching him. He's a trash product on the Eagles. So going to the Dallas side, Dallas Cowboys are currently dealing with Jason Garrett on the firing block. You know, he's basically do or die at this point, even more than he was last year. You know, he doesn't look like he's out there clapping anymore. He just sits there going, you know, throwing flags at refs, doing all that kind of crap. So the Cowboys are in the same situation as the Eagles, but they have a lot more talent on the secondary than we do, and they have the tools to beat us, named Amari Cooper and Randall Cobb. So the Eagles are going to get embarrassed, I feel. I feel like they can win this game, certainly. I'm not by any means saying that they are going to lose this game, because compared to the Vikings, the Cowboys are going to be a walk in the park. But still, they have the tools to beat us. And that is good wide receivers. Amari Cooper is going to have a field day on us as long as Dak Prescott can stay accurate and get the ball. The only hope I have for Dak Prescott with the Eagles is that somehow we can get to him with our D-line, because that's like the only positive to take away from the Eagles' defense right now is the fact that the Eagles have an elite and stout D-line still. But that's the only way. And if they can do that somehow, you know, maybe get some Andrew Sendejo, Kame Grugier-Hill blitzes in there, they can get pressure to Dak Prescott. But, you know, we do have the best run defense still in the league, one of the best, so we can stop Ezekiel Elliott. But if he starts winging the ball out, I mean, this is a game where we could go up like 21-0, and the Cowboys could easily come back on this game, because then they would start throwing the ball. You got Jason Witten back there. You got freaking Randall Cobb, Amari Cooper. You know, they start throwing the ball on us, and it's going to get real ugly real fast, guys. Rasul Douglas, I love him to death, but he's in the wrong position. He should not be playing outside corner. I've always thought of him as more of like a safety guy with Malcolm Jenkins. So they're putting him on the outside, and of course he's going to get fried. And everyone's blaming Rasul Douglas now. Rasul Douglas he's basically being asked to step up on a team that is so depleted that he has to step up. You have freaking practice guys. Craig James, I believe, was in the red zone against Stephon Diggs. Craig James, guys, this is a dude from these are dudes that shouldn't even be in the NFL. They are guys that are like, they're like me. They don't belong there, you know. So when Rasul's asked to step up, and then you got Sidney Jones, who's just, I'm just so done with him. He's a bust. He's just fried mentally, physically. He's just torched every game. And Jim Shorts is stubborn ass, and freaking Doug Peterson, they just won't do anything. Jim Shorts is just sitting there on the sideline going, and then he goes, you know, and then you got Doug Peterson over there just shaking his head. He's always like, and I'm just like, dude, it's your own fault. Coach your players better. Give Carson Wentz the tools that he needs, you know, namely wide receivers that don't drop balls. I mean, I honestly, with the offense, as far as drops go, I can't really blame Doug for that, but Doug needs to call better plays. That's what he needs to do. He needs to call less predictable Alshon Jeffrey sweep plays and maybe air it out a little bit. Quit playing conservative. He got very Andy Reid-ish in this game, and I didn't like seeing it. Let Carson Wentz take some deep shots. Get Alshon Jeffrey out there in the flats, you know, get Nelson Aguilar out there, whatever. But stop with this conservative crap, and really need to stick to the run. They need to commit to the run. They try it, and if it doesn't work in the first like 4 downs, they just give up on it, and that's not the way you do it. You keep trying it. In fact, you always go back to it. You always go back to it. So, do I think the Eagles can win this game? Yes, I do. But they could also easily lose this game. So I'm not throwing any shade towards Dallas this week. Dallas is in a must-win situation, just like the Eagles are in a must-win situation. So we'll have to see how this happens. But anyway, guys, that's really all I've got to say. I'd love to hear what you guys think down below. Comment down below. If you're new to the channel as well, hit that subscribe button. And to all my returning viewers, make sure you hit that notification bell so you can get notified on videos like this. But with that said, this has been Jigsaw0097. I will talk to you all later.